Hey Rockstars, this is Coach Tom, and I just want to talk briefly about the deadlift. I've attached an article about why deadlifting is important, and it's also important to understand that a deadlift is not something that meatheads get kicked out of Planet Fitness for, and it's not about being huge and being in a strongman competition or any of those things. It's a move that anybody should be able to do. It's simply bending at the hips. Anytime you pick anything off the ground, the safest way to do that is to do it with a deadlift technique. And that's why we are learning this. We are learning this so that your body can become strong, so that you do not have lower back pain. It's important to understand that many of the people I work with come to me on referrals from chiropractors or physios to help them, or doctors, to help them deal with lower back pain. So I work with chiropractors and physios all the time, and I teach people how to move correctly so they don't re-injure themselves. So the idea that you can avoid bending at the hips, the idea that you can avoid deadlifts because you have a lower back injury or you're concerned about injuring a lower back doesn't make any sense to me. And it doesn't make any sense. Like, you need to be able to move your body. You only get one body. It's the biggest, most powerful joint in the body. The hip joints, the glutes, the hamstrings, the lats, all of these muscles that are engaged in a deadlift, they're the most powerful muscles your body has. And you need to learn how to use them. Simply to be able to function. Simply to be able to pick up a bag of groceries or anything like that. Anytime you need to pick anything off the ground, you need to know how to do this exercise. So it is very important. The next thing is that, like any other pattern, like we did with the squats, where we talked about, pick the right box height based on your ability to sit down with control. Well, the same thing goes here, where we don't want to bend all the way to the ground yet, because we're probably not flexible enough to do that. So use the dowel hip hinge pattern to get an idea of how your body bends. Okay? And you're going to find, for a lot of people, that as you bend further and further forward, you're going to feel like your lower back is getting worked too much. You're going to feel like your upper back is rounding and your shoulder blades are coming apart. So when you feel those things happening, that's time to come back up. We do not need to do full range of motion yet. We're going to work towards that. And that is why we call it a rack deadlift. Because if you have access to a gym, you want to be doing this in a rack, and you want to be doing this with the bar set at about your knees, like I say in the video. If you don't have access to a gym, that's fine. All you need to really work on is the hip hinge dowel pattern, and then if that's looking really good, you can take a kettlebell, or you can take a deadlift, or you can take a couple you can take a kettlebell, or you can take a dumbbell, or a couple dumbbells, and you can simply do the bend pattern with those. And just record whatever weight that you use. Don't worry that it's called a kettlebell deadlift. You can use dumbbells instead if that's what you have. If you have none of those things, you can simply practice this movement in the mirror. If you don't have a mirror, well then you're going to have to bite the bullet and go buy a mirror. But you can simply practice the dowel hip hinge pattern in the mirror for 20 or even 30 repetitions for 4 sets. And once that starts to look good, let me know, and we're gonna get into how to do a one-legged variant of that. Okay, guys. So I hope that answers all the questions about the deadlift. Like I said, I have posted videos and they should be inside of the workout. So please let me know if they're not there, and stay tuned. We're doing a hangout in 4.5 hours. It'd be cool to talk to everybody. Thanks. Bye.